Hello and welcome to this edition of This is Glendale. And as you can see, I am so happy Joe Dubinsky is back with us. Welcome back, Joe.
Thank you very much, Ben. Good to be home.
So, what are you going to be working on now that you're back to work?
I'm going to do a story about one of the older buildings in Glendale.
Oh, yeah, interesting.
It's a very interesting history, and it has a very nice ending, too. So.
Oh, that's something to look forward to.
Yes.
Yeah.
How about you?
I had a great interview with Amy Lord Fleury about the entertainment activities that are going to be happening around the holidays.
It's that time.
Yeah, Sherry Conley was going to join us, but she was not feeling well that day, but Amy covered everything very capably.
Very good.
Right.
And we did a joint interview with the rector for Christ Church, David Pfaff, about their battle against food insecurity.
That's great, yeah. You'll learn a lot and hopefully you'll be inspired.
Yep. Well, we hope you enjoy the show. Hello, I'm Joe Dubinsky for This is Glendale. I'm in front of the building at 280 East Sharon Road at the corner of Greenville to give you a little bit of history about the building. In 1860, this property was purchased by John Walsh. In the 1860 census, John Walsh's occupation is listed as merchant. All indications are that there was a building on this site from which John Walsh operated a store and possibly a saloon. But it's not the building that stands here today. In 1868, John Walsh erected a new building on the site. In a book titled The Suburbs of Cincinnati, Sketches, Historical and Descriptive by Sidney D. Maxwell, published in 1870, Maxwell states, on the same avenue, corner of Greenville, John Walsh, during the year 1868, erected a two-story building with mansard roof adapted to business purposes. In 1873, John Walsh apparently ran into some financial difficulties. In that year, he took out mortgages totaling the value of his real estate. In 1874, this building was sold at auction to John Hareher. The Hareher family operated a store here for many years. In a photo found in the archives of the Glendale Heritage Preservation, the building is shown as the Hareher store with a horse-drawn wagon out front. After the Hareher family sold the building, it continued to be used for commercial purposes. In another photograph dated 1942, also found in the archives of the Glendale Heritage Preservation, the building is shown being used as a cafe. The building was purchased in 1980 by Glendale architect Addison Clipson, and he used it as his office until his retirement in 2020. Addison's contributions to the village are many. He has worked on 63 projects during his time as an architect here. He has touched many of our iconic structures, including the First Presbyterian Church, the police station, the Glendale Lyceum, the Iron Horse Inn, now the Meritage Restaurant, the Ohio, Hamilton, and Dayton Depot, now the Glendale Heritage Museum, the Harry Whiting Brown Pavilion, and most recently, the new fire station at Town Hall. When Addison requested a historic plaque for this building, the Glendale Heritage Preservation felt it was appropriate to honor Addison's contributions to the architecture of the village by installing another plaque, commemorating this as his office. Friends, family, and representatives from the Glendale Heritage Preservation gathered here with Addison in a ceremony on October 10th to unveil these plaques. I'm Joe Dubinsky, and this is Glendale.
Thank you so much. I love you.
Hello and welcome to this segment of This is Glendale. With me today is Amy Lord Fleury. Welcome, Amy.
Hi, I'm so glad to be here.
You're awful sparkly today.
I know, I'm getting ready for Christmas.
All right. Yes, and here we're going to discuss the holiday events that are going to be occurring here in the village. Lots of wonderful things going on. Sherry Conley was originally scheduled to be a part of this interview, but she's not feeling very well today, so we'll soldier on without you, Sherry. So go ahead.
Well, I miss Sherry being here, but she gave me all the details, and I'm going to tell you about them.
Wonderful.
There's going to be awesome. So a Village Christmas this year is going to be on December 4th, and that's a Saturday.
Great.
And we're doing something different this year. We're going to kick it off with a Jingle Bell Run. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
It is a Jingle Bell Fun Run and Walk. And that's going to be at 9 a.m. And we're partnering with Jackrabbit on that. And we're really excited. So it's going to be a run, walk, if your kids want to ride a scooter or a big wheel.
Decorating and everything, right?
Oh yeah, decorate them. The best decorated kid vehicle gets to ride with Santa on the fire truck, which is, I'm too old. You got to be 10 or under.
Right.
So miss that boat. So that's going to be $20 donation, and you can register at Jackrabbit. Kids under 10 are free, and you register on the 3rd or before the fun run on the 4th.
Right.
So that's the first part.
Okay, so let's talk about the festivities that include food and alcohol and music and...
It's going to be pretty crazy. So there's 2 areas, like you know. So there's the big kid tent, and there's the scout house where the little kids go. So we'll start with the big kids.
Great.
And first of all, we'll start with the food, because Hammond's Catering and Barbecue is going to be serving the food. And they're going to start serving at 4:30, and they're going to serve until 10, or they run out of food. And it's going to be delicious.
Excellent. I'm assuming there will be adult beverages as well.
Ooh, there is going to be the bourbon bar, and there's going to be Bell's beer and a wine bar. That's from 4:30. We're staying open till 10 this year. So, yeah, that's going to be good.
That's great. And there's music.
Yes, there is. The Rumba Girls, they're performing for happy hour. That's a Glendale favorite, and they're going to start at 5.
And they're going to do some sassy holiday music, I'm told.
I've heard it is provocative, so
Wonderful.
we'll see what that means. And then after that, the Lady Joya Band is playing, and they are R&B, blues, jazz. I listened to a couple of clips of her recently, and if you check it out, it's really good.
I'm not familiar with her. Yeah.
I think it's going to be a treat.
Great, great. And so that goes to the 10 o'clock time frame, right?
It looks like she goes on at 8, and I'm not sure how long she's
She's
playing.
Okay.
So, and in the Scout House is the kids.
Right. Can't forget the kids. I mean, I know Christmas is for kids, but we big kids like it just as much.
Well, we like to keep everybody happy at a village Christmas. So Sherry's been working hard, and the teacup ride's going to be back this year.
Excellent.
And the teacup ride is 4:30 till 8:30, and that's loads of fun, and that's going to be just right on the parking lot here at HWB. And then there's going to be crafts and other activities inside the Scout House. The magician's coming back.
Oh, good. He was so successful.
Oh my gosh, Charlie Cadabra. He was so much fun, and he's going to perform from 6 to 7, so you don't want to miss that. So you're going to want to hit Hammond's.
Right. Get some food and take your kids to watch the
magic show, because he was terrific. And then guess who comes at 7:30?
Saint Nick himself.
That's right. Santa Claus is going to come in on the fire truck with one lucky kid who decorated their bike for the fun run.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Is there anything else we've forgotten to talk about? I can't think.
Well, you know, the event's free, but of course we're accepting donations. You can donate the night of the event. You can make a donation to HWB through the website, or you can mail it to 34 Village Square, but please write Village Christmas on your checks. Or if you run into Sherry Conley and just want to hand her wads of cash, she'll take them.
Right.
So
Wonderful. Thank you. I can't wait for Christmas, and I'm sure the whole village will be very excited that you guys have put this all together.
this is one of the most fun events we have in the village, and HWB is so happy to partner with Sherry Conley on this and provide space for it and just help out any way we can. So we're excited, and we know you'll be excited, and it's going to be a great night.
Great. Okay, well, we are in the library, in case those of you are not familiar with the library, and shame on you if you have not been in here to see this before. But we are going to salute a different way. This is Glendale Library.
Hello and welcome to this segment of This is Glendale. I'm Bet Chorus.
And I'm Joe Dubinsky, and we're here with David Pfaff, rector of Christ Church, to talk about what's going on here today. David, what's going on here today?
Well, today is our last Saturday of the month collection. We call it Fill the Truck, and for 4 hours every last Saturday of the month from 10 to 2, we invite people to come by and bring non-perishable food and personal care items, and we collect them for those who are in need in our community.
So you collect for 2 organizations. Can you tell us which ones you collect the food for?
We do. We collect for the Valley Interfaith Community Resource Center, which is located down in Lockland. And we also collect for the Interfaith Hospitality Network, which is a group helping people move from homelessness to permanent home living situations. People who are kind of in that transient space.
Right. So in addition to foods and other items that people may need, toilet paper or whatever, do you do clothing drives or household things to help them when they're being placed in a safe place to live?
We haven't done clothes because there are a number of other organizations that do that.
Right.
As I say, we do help with house cleaning things.
Oh, okay.
We've just started actually collecting rolls of quarters for laundry and laundry pods because folks who are often in a transitional place need to be able to do laundry with coin-operated laundry, and that was a need that needed to be met.
That's excellent. Such a small thing, but it helps so in so many ways.
So you have a group of dedicated people out here working today. It's a little rainy outside. Can you tell us who helps you?
We do. Well, we have usually 4 or 5 members of the congregation who come out on any given Saturday. People sometimes come in a couple of hour shifts. They've been wonderfully faithful month after month in warm weather, cold weather, rainy weather, a little bit of snowy weather. And I think they have a wonderful time kind of catching up with each other. And it's been a great opportunity for them to spend time with other members of the parish and the community, and the folks who bring items to drop off also love stopping and visiting with each other.
That's great.
So I understand you told us something earlier about during the height of the pandemic you were doing this, and people would come and tell us a little about what would happen here.
It was really one of those things we sort of didn't think it through or anticipate it, but we discovered that 2 or 3 months in, people were so desperate to actually physically see the people that they see every week, in church, that they would come, they would make their contribution, they'd park their car around the corner, and then they'd come gather out on this green space and stand a respectful distance apart, and the energy was just amazing, because it was a safe way that they could actually see each other without being reduced to a little, square on a computer screen.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Excellent, yeah.
That's wonderful.
In person was so desperately needed and so
absolutely.
infrequently available to people. So this was great. Yeah. Can I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
How long have you been with the church here?
I came to Christ Church in August of 2016. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
2016. Time goes by
We
so
all
fast.
lost a year. So
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, great. Do you have any other questions?
I don't. So can you remind us again when do you collect the items here?
Absolutely.
Tell the audience at large.
Yes.
Last Saturday of every month from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. here in the circle right in front of the church, 965 Forest Avenue, just by the fire station and the water tower here at the top of the hill on Sharon Road. Would love to have any support that you could possibly give us.
Terrific. Thank you so much for letting us talk with you today. And
Oh, my privilege.
thank you and your parish here, or whatever one calls the Presbyterian. You're not Presbyterian.
We're Episcopalians.
Episcopalian.
But we'll take a parish,
Well,
absolutely.
yeah.
That's what we are.
Ecumenical.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Here with David Pfaff in the fight against food insecurity, I'm Joe Dubinsky.
I'm Bet Corres.
And
This is Glendale.
So we hope you enjoyed this episode of This is Glendale. It was very interesting, Bet, talking about the food insecurity issues with
Yes,
David Pfaff.
definitely.
What they're doing here is really wonderful at Christ Church.
Yeah, and the celebrations for the holidays is going to be terrific.
And I'm sure Addison Clipson is really, really happy about getting recognized for his contributions to the village.
That's terrific, right? Yeah. Well,
Special. Well, I'm Joe Dubinsky.
I'm Bet Corres.
See you next time on This is Glendale.